girl standing there.
Yeah.
It takes me a while to kind of piece it around.
Yeah, this is my satanic Lisa Frank poster.
Oh, what's this one?
So Nakatomi does this really cool thing because they have to do test prints for all their silk screens, because mine was like a 6-layer silk screen. So they do these tests and they run it through a couple times to test out like what's doing what. And they turn out really cool. So they'll sell these on their sites for like $40, and it's poster sized. So you get these like really cool reprints. And so we actually have a couple in our house of other artists, like they're kind of like fucked up reprints because they look really cool. They come out completely randomly.
Yeah. It makes them all unique. And that's neat. I would hang that up. All right. Very cool. All right. So that was, and here's the last one we want to talk about was the Valiant cover that you did.
I like hot pink because I feel very uncomfortable coloring my own work. So it's an easy way to work around that. And I got called out for it on the internet once, and so I don't do it anymore.
Really?
If you like it, do it. Who cares?
I like it. But now I work with a colorist that I love. So it just kind of makes my life a lot easier. But I do love hot pink, which is ironic because I only wear black all the time. But like hot pink and purple and, like kind of all those like phosphorescent 80s colors I think are so sexy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't really understand the whole colorist concept. Can you, I'm so ignorant in that area. Can you kind of explain that? So you draw out something. Do you work with your colorist to figure it out, or do you just give them the sketch and they take it from there?
It depends project to project. So the colorist I work with the most is D. Cuniff, and he's out of Ireland, and he colors a ton of stuff. He's amazing. But sometimes I'll just send him I'll do the pencils and the inks. And then sometimes I'll just send him the file and just be like, go have fun. And then other times I'm like, I'll be like, oh, I really want this to kind of look like 80s-ish and use this color palette. And like, I was thinking this, or like, I'll send him like the character sketches and stuff. So he kind of has like a guideline, but most of the time I kind of let him do whatever he wants. Yeah. So that's him. He's incredible.
I feel like you still have to have like almost like I don't want to say intimate relationship. We don't want your husband to hear that, but like a connection with your colorist so they understand. Huh? Yeah.
He colors my husband's books too. So we both have an intimate relationship with him.
Nice. Hey. But they have to be able to understand without you flat out saying it what you're going for. I think that's kind of a cool partnership between the colorist and the artist because you're both doing the same thing. You're bringing the character alive in your own way, adding your own aspects to it. So, oh, wow. He is a badass.
Yeah, he's amazing. Well, and that's the nice thing, too, is that, like, he's colored a ton of, obviously I started using him because Donnie, my husband, uses him on most of his books. And, he understands, like, tone really well. And so, you can kind of like, as you can see in like all this redneck stuff, like he understands what's going on in the story and what like the art is telling him to do. And so like, that's kind of like what he does, like he interprets that. So he's very intuitive when it comes to that. And a good colorist is, they can kind of like
I didn't see much hot pink there, Megan. He doesn't use much hot pink.
He does not, unless I ask him to. And then he's like, oh, okay, I will.
I'm just being an ass. All right.
I love hot pink.
That's okay. And you should be able to use it more because I think like it gets you like, for me, like and Laura, like we were saying, like she was saying, like those colors, they grab you first. And then like, oh, what's here? You start seeing like the rest, But I feel like when the covers are out there like that, it makes you want to pick them up more. So
I think it's
hot pink.
And I agree with you.
I think it's something we can come back to because I think there's like a new image that was released for Spider Gwenum something that's like all pink and then her in the middle, and I'm like, okay, we can come back.
Yeah.
The Gwenum versus Carnage book, is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I saw that one too. The pink isn't as bright as this one. They probably could have gone brighter. They should have talked to Megan on that one, right?
I got your hot pinks.
Hot pink. All right. For any of you who have been hiding under a rock, this is the crossover cover that has just wiped out I mean, it's been everywhere. It's taken over. Everybody's like, oh, do you have the X-Men homage one? Like, I mean, this is incredible. So again, how did you go about getting this piece together?
So it really helps that I am married to the writer. And he and I was approached by 616 to do a crossover variant. And I think they had how many variants? 60? He's walking out of the room. How many variants did you have for crossover number one? Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Like something around 60 retailer exclusives.
Yeah.
They had 16 variant covers.
Holy moly.
I know.
I didn't realize it was that many. I knew there were a lot, but
yeah, it was, yeah. And so when 616, who I do a lot of my variant covers with, they asked me to do it, and I didn't really know what to draw. So Donnie and I sat down, and he was like, you know, what would be cool is if you did an homage cover. And he kind of presented that to me, and I was like, that would be so much fun because we can integrate, you know, all of like the other image characters that may or may not be in the book. In it, I can't say anything.
no.
I mean, it's not. That's not who it is, and I'm not going to get sued. And there's nothing. It doesn't mean anything. That's just. I just wanted to use them.
I love it.
That's subtle, Megan. Very subtle.
Oh God, I get in so much trouble. That's me too. I get in so much trouble because like on panels and stuff, like I'll say things and he's like, you can't say that. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
It just comes out.
I'm terrible. I'm going to get in so much trouble. Anyway. Yeah. So I'm a reporter in this book. That's me looking very serious and mispronouncing Brian K. Vaughan.
Was that on purpose? Was that on purpose?
Yes. But then we realized afterwards, I was like, phonetically, I wouldn't say it differently. It's just spelled differently. So I don't know. The joke's still
English,
there.
You know, your English language. I mean, like for me, my second language, it's English, you know, and then it took me a long time to in class, like I was really bad in English class because the way in Spanish, the way you spell things is the way it sounds. And in
it's
English,
phonetic.
it's like freaking completely different. I'm like, what the hell? Where
That's
am
ridiculous.
I? Help. So it's, you know, I mean, yeah. And I think I noticed, I think he might have posted somebody else or somewhere else in the award that he won or something. They misspelled his last name too. So
all the time.
That's so funny.
That's kind of the joke, though. We did this he did that on purpose. He was like, they're buddies. And he was like, hey, that's Brian, cool. I'm going to kill you in my comic. And also I'm going to spell your name wrong. And Brian's like, that's hilarious. So
that's awesome.
What a cool thing, though. I mean, this cover it's fire. Everybody's trying to get it. I think it's sold out.
A lot of fun.
Right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think Bird City might still have a few left. You guys will have to check the site, but this one just sold like crazy, which again, it's pretty obvious as to why. And it's a really cool story.
And it has pink on it.
Yeah. And it's got pink on it, but that's her outfit. And this one has pink on it.
All over.
I'm going to be looking for pink now. Whenever I look at your covers, I'm going to try to find pink just to make sure it's
never
yours.
going to use them again.
No, you have to use them. That makes
it can become like your signature, you know, Megan Hutchison, bright pink. So bright Ice pink. Cream Man. This, again, another cover that just flew. As soon as it was released, people were just gobbling it up. Okay.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Because they wanted to do... I think it was Image that wanted to do, what is this comic? Watchmen, just casual. Forgot like the biggest comic ever made. So they wanted to do like Watchmen crossovers. And so we kind of like threw out a couple ideas and obviously this one stuck because it's so ridiculous and amazing. And his ice cream cone is very strategically placed.
And with somebody with dirty mind, you know, right away, we kind of know, like, what's up, right?
Well, Anthony had to explain it to me. He's like, Laura, this cover was almost not able to go through because the ice cream cone was too subjective. And I'm like, what? Yeah. What's wrong with the cone? He's like, take a closer look, Laura. And so I'm like, oh,
It's
dripping.
It's dripping, Megan. That cone.
I'm so shocked that Image was like, "Yeah, this is great." I'm like, "Okay."
I wonder if Megan didn't notice.
I that's fine. I'm fine with that. When I sent this to D too, and like I sent Image, like they saw the inks before I sent it to D to color it, and they were like, "Oh, that's fine." I was like, "Okay," and so I sent it to D, and I was like, like we're doing like the famous panel from Watchmen. I was like, maybe make the ice cream a different color, like don't make it white. And then he came back to me and was like, "It only works white," and I was like, "All right."
You tried.
We tried. And they approved it. So hopefully none of them are watching it now. I'm going like, oh shit.
Too late, hot plate.
I know. It's already out in the world and you can't get it back.
Yeah, it's a done deal. Yeah, this cover is awesome. Again, I think 616 sold out. You might be able to. I'm looking for Anthony Signals if there's any available at Bird City. He's going like this. So there might be one available at Bird City Comics, but shit, Megan, your stuff just sells out. Yeah. Like, what the hell? I mean, everything that you put out, people just, it's amazing. It's crazy how fast this stuff is selling. She's like, I can't help it, guys.
I don't know.
That's a cool problem to have, I guess, right?
Yeah.
I have a question.
I like to draw fun stuff.
I have a question from on YouTube. One of the guys, Comics Fun, he's asking, how much freedom do you have with characters?
It depends on the client, actually. Most of the time when people come to me, because I have kind of a distinct style, they'll let me do whatever I want. But then I've worked with some IPs that shall not be named here, where like I had to do like 8, 9, 10 like iterations of the character because it didn't look like the character that like specifically like the character. So, but for the most part, most people kind of let me do whatever I want.
That's good.
With it.
So. Yeah, they do. They're like, just do your thing, Megan. All right, the last one the next one we want to talk about, I think we have 2 more here to get through before we get to the fun questions. The next cover was Homesick Pilots, I believe. Stand by while they pull that. Nope, wrong one. There we go.
There it is. Oh my God.
It's more hot pink.
And you're wearing the earrings right now.
Oh, yeah. That wasn't on purpose.
Oh my gosh, Lucy, you're so. I would never have even. Gosh, I don't know.
I noticed your earrings. I'm like, oh, those are cool.
I totally designed that. No, I was actually just wearing these earrings today. It's like, how did you know? I didn't design the character though. So Casper designed the characters. He's gonna be so mad I can't pronounce his last name.
That's close enough. But,
you're good. But he designed the characters like brilliantly. Maybe he copied my earrings. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
What was the process here though for this cover? What got you to this point? Because again, this is one that just sold out.
This was a lot of fun. So I think issue 1 just dropped like 2 weeks ago, I want to say. Yeah. So Image actually sent me like the first 3 issues and I read all of them in one sitting. And this is definitely like one of my favorite series of the year. Really? And it's great. I mean, it takes place in the 90s. It's a bunch of like, yes. Tell me how to pronounce his last name. He's going to be so pissed at me.
Hold on.
Wingard. Wingard. I lived in Norway. You think I would know how to pronounce funny last names.
Well, it's that fucking J. Why is there a J there? It doesn't belong there.
Because it's like Winyard.
Winyard.
Oh God. No. Okay. Anyway,
I think we're making it worse. Moving on.
I'm making it so much worse. But his art's incredible, and he does a lot of stuff with bright pink, and he doesn't get shit for it. So, but he's he embraces it. The whole comic is colored in these like purples and pinks and blues because it takes place in the 90s, and it's a bunch of like punk kids that are in a band that are in foster care, and it's just like it's like super fun 90s. It's like my whole thing because I grew up a grunge kid. Yeah, and it's a haunted house, and that's all I'm going to say because everyone needs to read this book. I
love haunted houses.
Me too. I'm obsessed. I have a ghost tattoo on my arm because I'm obsessed with ghosts. And this was just a lot of fun. And like, I just fell in love with the characters. They're so much fun. So we just kind of like wanted to do something where it was just them being them, you know? They're all like so unique. Their characters are all so unique and so lovable and kind of assholes in their own way. And they're amazing. So I just wanted to do something with that. And then I think someone asked about the tags in the background or the Easter eggs.
Easter eggs on the background, yeah.
So, yeah. So Donnie did those because I wanted to do like, obviously like the big guy in the background with like the title and stuff. That was me, like, and that's part of the book. But I just wanted some like graffiti. And so I just handed it to him and I was like, draw some stuff. And I posted it and most people got what everything was. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
do a little bit of research and you'll figure it out.
Yeah. Do you want me to explain them or should I just make people do their own homework?
Yeah, explain them. No, do one of them. At least one of them.
Okay.
I want to know one.
I'll do the one that people were the most confused about.
Yes.
Which is the EH plus RL on the like right below the title.
Yeah.
And those are the main characters from Crossover. So it's Ellipses Hell and then plus Ryan Lowe. So those are the two characters.
That's cool.
But everything else, I think you guys could probably figure out.
That's cool.
Okay. We'll have to do a little bit of homework. But yeah, very cool. Again, I think 616 sold out of this one as well. It's like a trend tonight. This one sold out. Anthony, what's the signal? Does Bird City have this? Bird City has it. So you can go to birdcitycomics.com and snag up a few of these while you still can. And then moving on to, this is the big one that we wanted to talk to you guys about. This just released last Saturday, I think, right?
I think so.
Okay, Megan, you killed it on this. I have seen several variants of this book, and this one by far is my favorite. And it's not just me. You hear that same opinion just echoed across the comic book world. Where was your mind? You're just in a drawing. You're like, oh, I know. I'm just gonna fucking Ronald McDonald this cover.
Actually, we wanted to like do scary clown shit, and I grew up on it, so I love scary clown shit. And so I was talking to 616 about it, and we're like, yeah, let's do scary clown shit. And actually, John at 616 was like, can we do like a scary Ronald McDonald? I was like, we're gonna get sued, and so we actually put this past Image, and Image was like, yeah, that's fine. So we're like, all right, we're gonna do it because Ronald McDonald is terrifying.
Oh my God, yes.
Right? Like when we were kids, none of us liked Ronald McDonald. He was absolutely terrifying. So we just had fun with it. You know, and then I listened to a lot of podcasts about serial killers. So I just used my knowledge and, you know, added the, you know, free hugs and bag of candy. And
you know, I love the guy hanging behind him. Like,
I was like, we have to have something in the background.
So creepy. I love it. It's so creepy. Like, he's either with Ronald or he's about to kill him or something. I don't know. I just love that guy in the back.
I mean, I don't know if you can tell. He has no legs.
Yeah, is he hanging?
Yeah, he's hanging.
Oh shit! I didn't even notice that.
I didn't notice that either.
I haven't seen it in print, so I don't know if it printed out too dark, but
I see it.
Whatever, it's creepy.
Because it kind of looks like it's part of the slide, but now I see it.
He's hanging from the slide.
Yep. Oh.
It's subtle.
Oh, that hand and the back.
It is fire. I think you took the John's, like, let's use Ronald McDonald, and you did great with it. And like Jen was pointing out the candy bag, I didn't even notice the hand falling out of it until she said something. I'm like, this cover has so much going on that you really, like, again, the guy hanging in the background, you've got to pay attention. Otherwise you miss something horrible.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really fucked up. So actually, thank you. I don't know if you know this, I like horror stuff. But I was actually doing this at my parents' house. So I took a road trip with my mom and drove back I'm from California originally. And so we did a very safe COVID road trip But I was stuck there because we didn't know how to get me home safely because there was like a resurgence. So I was working on this at their house. And my mom, was like walking by and she's like, "Oh, what are you working on?" She just looked at it and she was like, "Oh, darling."
If you were my mom's daughter, you'll be her favorite daughter.
Oh, really? Oh, I love your mom. My mom thinks I'm really weird and fucked up. She's like, "Darling, why do you draw these things?" My family's South African. Yep. She's like, "I don't understand. Why do you draw all these horrible things?"
She named my little sister Samara because of the girl from The Ring. My brother is Jason. Because of Jason.
Dude, your mom is awesome.
I for the longest, I hated clowns because when I was little, I was like maybe 3 years old, I think, and we watched it, and then later on for my birthday, she got clowns. She thought it was funny.
Hilarious.
So, yeah,
you're traumatized, but it probably was funny at the time.
Oh yeah, I was young, and now I get scared, but I love it. I love watching scary movies. I love hearing about ghost stories, and but I still get really scared, but she loves it. She can watch scary movies with the lights off at midnight. She's cool.
That's awesome.
Your mom lives in a haunted house right now. So
what? I'm so jealous.
Megan's like, that's good parenting, right?
I know.
Terrify your children, scar them while they're young, and you're set. All right.
My dog's getting caught on the table. Yeah, no, exactly.
Wait, what kind of dog?
Prepare them for life. I have a beagle.
Puppy.
I can. Let me see if Batsy, come here. Batsy.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the name Batsy.
Bats. This is Bats.
Oh, so cute.
Say hi. She's 8 months old.
Oh.
She's our little COVID baby.
COVID baby.
Batsy or Betsy? Is it Batsy or Betsy?
Oh, it's Bats, but we call her Batsy.
Nice.
She's named Bats after Doctor Strange's dog is Bats. It was on one of Donnie's runs with Doctor Strange. He has a ghost dog named Bats.
Nice.
So.
That's super cool.
Sweet. All right, guys, if you are just hopping in, first of all, shame on you because you missed the first half of the interview with Megan Hutchison. You'll have to go back and rewatch it because she's proven that she is as badass as her covers are. So make sure you go back and check it out if you missed the beginning. But now we're going to shift gears a little bit. We're going to reveal the real Megan. Let's talk Megan for a while. We already covered the art stuff. We established you're great at it. But we have a couple questions for you.
Okay.
First up. All right, Megan. Are you ready?
Wait, Lucy had a question.
Oh, no, because I just started a YouTube channel not so long ago, and I have people over talking about ghost experience.
I love that shit.
So
that's my favorite.
If you ever listen to mine, it's my sister-in-law. Hers, it's the creepiest one. I just had her this past weekend. She made clothing for dead people. It's freaking
amazing.
Yeah, it's so crazy. I love it. And she was telling us a little bit that she has a ghost at her job, and she was telling us a little bit about it.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah, my sister-in-law, I'm telling you, I love all this ghost stuff too.
Wait, I'm gonna find your YouTube channel.
Yeah. And the one with Erica, you need to listen to that one. Her stuff is scary.
Wait, did you
I love that shit.
Clothes for dead people? Is that what you said, Lucy?
Yeah. Yeah.
What does that mean exactly?
Like, I guess they send her after people die, or before they die, like they pick what they want to wear to get buried. And she makes it. Like she says, she makes the clothes. It's crazy. It's fun.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, and this Saturday, 7 p.m. Pacific time, I have another guy that he's gonna tell me about his ghost experience. So I'm excited for that one.
Okay, I subscribe to your channel. I'm gonna watch it.
My mind's just blown. What would you want to get buried in? Like
usually, what I seen, it was like older clothing, like from the 60s or things like that. That's mostly what she makes. That's what I noticed.
That's so cool.
I know. Okay, Laura, do you want to move on to it?
Thanks, baby.
Yes. Okay, sorry. Anthony's in the background here. Our mics are being a little odd. We're just having like so many technical difficulties today.
I told you it's the new moon. It's that new moon.
I believe that. I genuinely believe that. We're made out of mostly like water, right? So the moon can just like throw all of our auras off.
And there was an eclipse yesterday, so it's all fucked up.
See? So it's not really our fault, right? It's
not our fault.
Bucket list question, Megan. What is one of the things, preferably your main thing on your bucket list that you want to have done before you die?
Oh God.
It has to be like something that you have to have done. Like, I'm going to do this. Like, I'm going to visit the pyramids. I've already decided that's happening.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh shit, you really put me on the spot with that one.
No, oh my God.
Take
it over.
I have so many. That I have to do before oh God, there's so many.
Throw some couple of them that you want to do.
I don't know how appropriate they are.
Go to space.
Well, my number one bucket list thing is going into orbit, but I've kind of resolved myself to like not doing that while I'm alive, and so it's actually like in my will that I have to be cremated and then shot into space in a capsule. So, but that's not really a bucket list thing.
They have those like I heard that they were trying to make. They have those like really expensive ones where you can like go into orbit and then come back down. But like
the vomit rocket, where you go, like you experience. There it is.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I should do that.
So cool.
I'm imagining that's like crazy expensive, right?
Yeah, it can't. It has to be.
Here's the hope. In our lifetime, they have like a Spirit Airlines type of a thing where we can go into orbit and be like, oh, we did it, and then come back down.
Yeah,
that's all I want. I just want to go into outer space for a few minutes. I also want a robot body. Okay, see, again, all these are really bucket list things because it's like, I don't know how feasible they are because it's like, I want to download my consciousness into a robot body. But is that really a bucket list thing?
Upload? Just like that show Upload. Have you seen that show?
No. Is that what that's about?
On Amazon? Yes, you have to watch Amazon Upload. It's pretty cool.
It makes sense. I'm obsessed with like the singularity and all that shit. Okay, I'll have to watch that for sure. I think
that counts. That counts. So going off into space, being shot out in a robot body, and having your consciousness down. Those are all fantastic bucket list items. I'm not sure how tangible they are, but they're.
I just don't know if they're for this lifetime or maybe for my next one. I'm not sure. Yeah. So, but like as far as things go now, I would really like to go to Japan.
No, see, that's a good one. There you go. That's an easier one. It's probably more obtainable.
I know. I'm just like, how many of these things can I actually do? And my family, we're all divers. We go diving all the time. And so my parents actually travel around the world and go diving. So there's a couple dive spots that I would like to hit up. If we have to talk about like realistic things that I can actually do, then I guess like that would be good.
No, that's a solid answer. I think that those are all great. Okay, Lucy, I think we already know the answer to this, but do you want to ask her yours?
Your favorite holiday?
Halloween. And I was going to say Valentine's Day and I couldn't because my brain short-circuited. I actually got married on Halloween.
That is so cool.
So
Did you really?
Super nerds. Yeah. What if I was like Arbor Day? I love Arbor Day. I do love trees. So
well, trees are in all of your drawings have trees, so that would have made sense. You know, your love for trees. There you go.
You know,
oh my God,
you marry in the black dress. I don't know why.
We decided to go traditional.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, but you know, like we coordinated. So I had like black hair, white dress, and he had white hair, black.
Oh,
that's nice.
That's cool. And I like your flowers.
Your traditional skulls and your flowers.
Traditional skulls. So we got married in Italy, and they don't really celebrate Halloween in Italy, and so everyone was just like, "Oh, this is like an American thing, right?" And I was like, "You guys should put it's awesome. Put skulls on everything for Halloween.
You should say it's a Mexican thing, you know?
And then they won't say anything, right?
That's after, right? DJ
That's
Los
November
Muertos.
1st. Yeah, November
Yeah.
1st. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's close enough, right? And
Even
now
Donnie's lapel had like a
together.
little skeleton hand. Did you guys see it?
the
his
what?
little
Yeah,
rose
I did see it.
I think
Yeah,
that's very
all the men had their little skeleton hands, and
yeah, there it is.
there it is.
Oh,
yeah.
That is
Yeah.
cool.
Those are going to sell out on Etsy tomorrow now.
Do it.
That's what's going to happen. All right, Jen, you're up.
I was curious what your most interesting, unique commission has been that someone's asked you for, and you're like, okay, I'll do that for you.
I used to, not so much anymore, but when I was first starting out, I used to get a lot of asking commissions for like really weird, like sexual things, which made me feel really uncomfortable. But I mean, it wasn't like anything like overt. It was like, can you draw Jean Grey not wearing shoes, standing in mud? You know, it's like, I know what you're going to do with this drawing.
Oh, what
It
the?
was never anything like overtly sexual, but it was
Just like
like
weird fetishes.
You know
very,
that.
yes. But I don't really get those so much anymore. But one of my favorite commissions that I ever was asked for was when I was first starting out. And someone asked me to draw President Washington eating a bowl of cereal, kicking a deer in the nuts.
Well, yeah.
That's
Everybody
still
knows
one
that,
of my
right?
favorites. Yeah. And I was like, oh yes. The old General Washington cereal nut kicking commission. Absolutely. That's my second one this week. No, that was the weirdest. I was just like, okay. It's like,
If I had a nickel, right,
I know.
I'd have one nickel.
Nice.
That was definitely the weirdest one I've ever gotten.
All right, a couple more here, then we'll let you go, I promise. But I have to know, what is your comfort food or your guilty indulgence? Like mine's cinnamon rolls, love them. But like, what's your food craving when you're just like having a rough day or whatever, and you need to have a guilty indulgence? What would it be?
I love sushi.
Oh my gosh, I can see
food.
Anthony's in the back nodding. Sushi
Yeah.
says too. Yep.
That's like my comfort food is sushi. And I never get it because Donnie says that sushi is not a real meal.
It's kind of like a snack, right? That leads
Yeah,
to
exactly. He's like, yeah, but can we get real food afterwards? So I never get it. So it's like a treat for me. I'm not making him sound like an asshole, but you know, I disagree.
Okay, it's cool. I'm just kidding.
But like comfort food wise, I mean, I don't know. I grew up on South African food. So there's a dish we have called babooty. Donnie is correct. I know most men agree with him. They're like, we can go have sushi, but then we have to go get like McDonald's afterwards.
Oh my God, it sounds like my husband.
I know. I feel like that's most men because like all my best friends, all their husbands agree. They're like, yeah, I know. And I'm like, I just want sushi. That's like all I ever want. But yeah, there's a lot of like South African food that's like very comforting. Yeah, babooty's like a curried meat dish that you eat, and that's like I don't know what the equivalent would be, and it's like a casserole thing. I don't know. It's very comforting.
It sounds
It's very
comforting, warm. It's all right. I like that.
I feel like I'm failing all these questions.
No, you're doing great. These are perfect. These are actually very the chat's going crazy. Everybody's just loving it. So
Oh, good.
Lisa, you had another one you wanted to ask.
Okay. After like, how do you take? I mean, obviously, you know, because you're an artist. How do you take care of your hands, like in your back? Like, what do you do? Like,
And her eyes.
yeah, like after a long
yeah.
day of drawing, and you know, I mean, you said like your back, like if you're hunching or like your neck. What do you do to treat yourself for comfort?
I don't do it well enough. But even writers and stuff will complain about like their hands and their backs and stuff. But this is to be serious. I actually wear those glasses, the blue filtering glasses that are so you don't tire out your eyes. And then I do yoga and I take turmeric.
Nice.
And I do acupuncture. And I do like the massage balls and like roll out on my back and stuff. Because like at the end of the day, I mean, it just I work standing up mostly, but it's just like it's a lot of body fatigue. And it's important, for like people who want to work in comics and people who do work in comics, you have to take care of your body because like I know Donnie suffers from sciatic from, just sitting and writing, and like he'll get carpal tunnel and stuff. And it's just like, you really got to take care of your body, you got to watch for these things.
I mean, do you have like a special exercise for your hands? Like as soon as you're done, like right away, like do something probably like I don't know, like you're cramping.
I do.
Or something.
Yeah. I do yoga, because there's a lot of, like stretching and like pushing down like pressure on your hands and stuff. And that usually fixes it for me. And like, I've noticed like I've been having back problems this week and it's because I haven't been doing yoga. So, but some people don't like yoga. I know Donnie takes baths every night and that helps his sciatic.
I was just going to say that. Oh my gosh. Both the boys are all clapping. They like that comment. Donnie
I love the boys. Yeah. But I mean, so many, like, it's so funny because like all these writers at Marvel, they all take baths. And they all talk about like their bath salts and stuff that they use.
Yeah, you have the Epsom salt, the Dr. Teal stuff in there, and you just soak for like 20 minutes, and your muscles are like, va-boom. I have a sign by my bathtub that says this is my happy place, and it's legit. Like, you should start taking baths. I highly recommend them.
I need to. It just seems like a lot of work.
Hot.
To sit in a bath? You just lay there.
Right? You have to prepare it, right?
Oh, yeah, CBD
like,
salt.
Stuff ready. It's like,
yeah. No, it just because like I can't sit still. I'm not good at it, which is why I like doing yoga because it's still like relaxing and stretching, but I can be doing stuff. Like I cannot sit still. And like when I sit still is when I fall asleep at night.
Oh my gosh. Everybody is just going crazy in the chat. This is fantastic. Jen, this is
they're like, this woman's a lunatic.
No, they're all loving it.
It's loving it.
Perfect.
Yeah. On Facebook and YouTube, everybody.
I was going to ask about the investor call, like what you're looking forward to for MCU and Star Wars, but now I'm actually really, really curious about like what's your like, because I know you've been a fan of things since like the 90s, like X-Men, but like what's your like your wish list of like top thing that you wish you could like work on for like Marvel, DC, etc., for like a character or group that you would like, I would love to do a cover or maybe even like the interiors for.
Oh, that's a heavy one.
I've actually people know this about me. Like I want to write and draw Swamp Thing real bad. But as far as like stuff for the MCU, anything in the magical realm, and I actually would really like to do like a Mephisto story and like any of that kind of, there we go. That's right. That's my boy.
Oh my gosh. We need to get you on a cover ASAP. That would sell out. That is gorgeous. And you got your trees going, so we know it's a Hutchison cover. This is fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah, I love trees, and he's kind of dark and fucked up, and so I think it would be a lot of fun. And so let's just put that on the universe, and maybe something will happen with it. I don't know. But yeah, either that, and then like in the MCU, I love all the magic shit, and like anything to do with the devil I'm into. So
I guess you do
any of that stuff.
Mephisto.
But like as like a dark comedy, like what's his name from Curb Your Enthusiasm? Larry David.
Oh yeah. He's so funny.
I don't think Marvel would go for that. They'd be like, okay.
I mean, look all the TV shows they have coming out, like they could totally do like a comic like that.
I think so. I mean, like the success, we were just watching Endgame last night again for like the 20th time. And what sells all these movies and like what has made like the franchise so strong is like the humor in it, and I think people were really receptive to it. So I think it would be fun, like still make it like dark and fucked up and like comic booky, but also have it be really weird and dark comedy.
Come on.
Right? Fingers crossed.
No one steal my idea. Yeah.
People in the chat are saying, make the trees hot pink. Done.
There we go. I like the way you think. A million copies.
Exactly. Lucy, Jen, do you guys have anything to add before we let her go? We kept her longer than we were supposed to. Sorry.
I know. I know.
You're all good.
Keep yapping over here.
I know. It was a little bit of a rough start, but we got there. All right. Well, you guys, make sure that you check out @BlackM_art. That is Megan's Instagram page. We have her website. What was the website again, Megan?
It's blackm-art.com.
Can you buy like OAs or anything off there?
No, actually, I took my store down right now because I'm revamping it. I'm actually going to be announcing in the new year. I'm going to be doing like original art and original prints. So I'm redoing my whole store. So that'll be coming out. So just follow me on social media. I'll announce it. So hopefully they'll be coming out like February, March.
I'm going to snag up as much as I possibly can before you become so big that I can't get a hold of it anymore. Because it's already just flying off the shelves. I know. It's true. I'm just girl fanning over here. But anyways,
stop it.
But don't keep going.
Make me feel better about myself.
You're just amazing. We're so thrilled to have had you on. The girls and I sincerely appreciate it. We hope we can get you on again soon. So that's it for Megan for tonight. Thank you again for joining us. We appreciate it so much. We'll let her go.
Thank you guys.
Bye, Megan. Oh my gosh, she's so good. I loved her. What do you guys think?
Oh, she's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm telling you, she could be my mom's favorite child.
She's amazing. I've never seen the chat this engaged. Everybody loves her.
And then I forgot to ask about her WonderCon Armstrong cover. I'm like, dang it.
We'll save it for the next one. We'll get her on again and we'll save it for the next one. But yeah, for those of you in the chat, I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as we did. She's incredible. And make sure you're following her on Instagram and follow her on Twitter, right? Twitter was the other one?
Yeah, Twitter.
Yeah, very, very cool. All right, to wrap up the show, we don't have a ton of time, so we'll make this pretty quick. We want to discuss some of the stuff that Disney was covering during their Disney Investor Conference. Jen, what's this one?
So Rescue Rangers is getting a / live action show, but then also I think with either cartoon or computer animation. So it's gonna be like a mixture, kind of like a Space Jam from like what I got from that call.
Oh, that would be when is this supposed to come out? This is all for 2021 or later?
They didn't give an exact date for this one that I saw, but it's on the docket. It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, I remember growing up with this stuff, so definitely one I want to tune into. And John Mulaney, who is it for Chip?
John Mulaney, the comedian.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very nice.
Yeah.
All right, so that was the first one. The next one we have coming up was Encanto. This is the one that I am pumped about.
Yeah.
Is that Moana?
Yeah.
It looks like Moana, but it looks like Moana actually. But the person in the foreground and that's closest to us looks like it's the girl from Encanto.
So maybe they
the one in the front is Encanto, and
they're channeling it.
Yeah. It's a Colombian with that Miranda guy from oh man. He did that Broadway thing that was really popular. Hamilton.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, he's gonna be in it.
Yeah,
he's the music, right?
Doing the music for it, I believe.
Oh, that's very cool. So this is another Disney movie that's coming out, and we don't know when yet, though, right? It's just they're giving us the Disney Investor Conference. Just gave you little snippets of what's coming out. Oh, there you go. We'll write the music for Disney Encanto. Lin-Manuel Miranda, which means it's probably going to be huge.
Yeah.
When you showed me the pictures from the conference, I mean, you look at the colors automatically.
Super bright. Yeah. And then it's the people from Zootopia are also working on it.
Lucy, what do you think of this?
I'm excited I'm really excited. Another Hispanic cartoon, coming to Disney. That's amazing. I mean, we had oh my goodness. I can't believe, what's his name? Miguel? Coco, yeah. And now we're having, Encanto. So that's pretty exciting.
Coco at the end scene where she's like, Papa.
Oh, man.
Did that make you cry?
Yeah. I was like,
we were all crying. Anthony was crying. Anthony was like, it was.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. It had us crying like babies. And you know what? We watched it. It came out and then we didn't watch, we didn't really watch it. And the day when we watched it, it was because the next day they were gonna show it at my son's school, and we're like, we heard everybody cry about it, so I'm like, let's watch it now, cry now, so we don't have to cry at my son's school. Watching it with the entire school and crying. I still cried, but it wasn't as much as as how much I cry when I watched it the first time. So I'm sure this is gonna make us cry too.
Yeah. It's a gorgeous teaser. Okay, Baymax, another movie that makes you freaking cry.
Baymax from Disney, man.
Yeah, I mean, so the premise of this is, so Baymax, his like main protocol is to help people. So each episode is him helping somebody either physically or I think mentally. They have it also, like, just to have like, a better day. And that's, I mean, look, we haven't seen him since the movie. Like, and I know there's comic books and like,
short stories, don't they? Like, yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, this will be a good one. It was a solid movie. I remember watching this with the kids, and it just kind of like what Megan was saying, actually. I think that this is kind of the future, being able to have more robotics brought into the world. And it might be a gentle way to ease it into a child's consciousness to have robots being around and whatnot. That's kind of getting conspiracy theory-ish, but
it's okay.
You know. So, okay. Oh, Hocus Pocus 2.
So freaking excited for this. I mean, we've been waiting for this for so long, and they've been talking about it, and it's finally freaking happening. Like,
when though? When is this happening?
They didn't say, right?
They didn't say. Yeah, they didn't say. But we know it's coming now. There's no longer like, oh, we hope. It's a we know, and it's just a matter of when.
Yeah, I assumed one of these women would have leaked something, but it's been sealed about when this is coming out. But for those of you out there, most of you, I'm assuming this is a childhood movie. We were talking to Megan about it prior to the interview, and she was just saying that, this is something that we all kind of grew up with. So
yeah,
we're definitely looking forward to that one as well. Hold on.
What else?
Oh man, this is a lot.
Moana 2.
Moana is getting, I think, a TV series. And then they're rebooting Three Men and a Baby.
Oh, I'm so excited.
And then Percy Jackson is getting a continuation.
Is it going to be, because the guy who was the main guy in this passed away, right? So it's going to be like animated.
Percy Jackson?
Yeah.
Which one?
The main guy who played
He died?
Percy Jackson? Yeah, it was like a freak accident or some shit like that.
Or was it that
what?
From Star Trek?
No.
Really?
I'm pretty sure it was him, unless I'm confusing.
I'm not sure if I'm more shocked about the news or the fact that Lucy knows something that Jen doesn't.
Oh my God, I know something.
What is happening? No. Jen, you don't know this? Hold on. Let's savor this moment.
Yeah.
Percy Jackson died?
Yeah.
Crazy. Percy Jackson.
Because I'll let them look it up.
Okay. I'm trying to
nobody in the chat saying anything. So if you guys know anything about whether or not an actor from the Percy Jackson movie passed away, let us know. It's been too long since the first Hocus Pocus. Could go either way. Bart and I kind of thought the same thing, and I feel like
never mind, not him. Sorry, wrong guy.
Never mind.
Okay, it's another actor from one of those movies.
Lucy, read the comment.
Lucy making. I am making shit up, guys. Sorry. It's the other guy. Then there's another one.
Yeah, there's a guy from I think from the Star Trek movies, and he had a couple other movies. Anton Yelchin.
No, it's not. It's not.
No, someone else.
No, it was somebody else. It's not.
Okay. It's okay.
Yeah,
I'm curious
to you guys, but
we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Three Men and a Baby.
Fake news, guys. Fake news.
3 Men and a Baby. I remember watching that as a kid, and I thought it was so funny. I'm curious again if they're going to keep some of the cast. Maybe.
I don't know.
They only gave us a logo. They didn't give us any actors, but I mean, all three of them are still with us. So.
Well, it's like what Barton was saying, though. It's been so long since the first Hocus Pocus, it could go either way, and I kind of feel the same way about this. Like, when you have these movies that you're remaking, it's almost like they're doomed to fail, because people are going to be like, dude, that's not nearly as good as the first one. How can Hocus Pocus 2 compete with Hocus Pocus 1? You know what I mean?
Well, there could be like a secret way that the Sanderson sisters come back. That like is like maybe an amulet or a statue, or maybe the spell book has something else in it somewhere. Because I don't think that got destroyed.
Can you think of a sequel that was better than the original?
Oh, that's
maybe Toy Story. Toy Story. I liked the sequels to Toy Story. They were just as good, I would say, as the original.
Toy Story. I think that's because everything else has been like. Because usually, even if it's like an okay story, the animation usually takes like a dive.
Yeah, so that was some of the stuff that got brought up during the Disney investor conference. So you want to keep your eye out for this type of stuff when the dates are going to be released. The more that Jen and all of us hear about it, we'll make sure that we update you on the shows. Do you guys have anything you want to add before we call it for the night?
Just really super excited for the FX saying that, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is getting 4 more seasons. I think
love that show.
They mentioned they're going to try to tie, because it'll be like 18 seasons. I think they're trying to tie for like the record. Then the Aliens TV series for FX also, where they're on Earth.
I never got into that series. It never really hooked me.
What, Ripley?
Mm-mm.
Really?
Mm-mm. I don't know.
Sigourney Weaver? Right? Sigourney Weaver? Right? Like,
yeah.
She was such a badass in like the original trilogy. I was like, oh, she's awesome. Like battling these aliens. And then that second or third one where she's in that like mech suit where she's like, get away from her, you. And then she like goes after her. Like,
I think they scared me too much. Maybe I should watch them again. Give them another go. Watch them with a brand new lens and just try to see it for what it is versus being terrified.
Well, imagine how scary it would be to have an alien inside of you and like, it's there. And then it like punches through your chest. Like that was like, I was terrified as a kid. As an adult, I was like fascinating.
I never got into them. I never got into the movie.
That's what I was saying too. I never got hooked by them. So it's like, maybe we should watch them again, Lucy. We'll make that our homework. We'll go back and give them another go, I guess.
We'll see. I'm hopeful for the series. We'll see where it takes us.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, very good.
You know, the one that I was confusing, his name is Thomas. From the books, Thomas. I think he would see ghosts and monsters or something like that. Thomas.
Yeah, it's the guy from Star Trek. Also, he was
also from Star Trek.
Yeah, that Thomas movie. It's really cool. So in the movie, he like sees dead people, sort of, and creatures, and he fights them.
Yeah.
But then
you know what I'm talking about now.
Yeah. Anton Yelchin.
Yes.
In real life.
Our producer is giving us a big yes.
Okay then. You see?
Yeah, that movie you're talking about is really, really good. People should see it. I think he was a great actor. It's a horrible accident how he died. Really horrible. It was an accident. But like he was so talented and like from what I've heard, he was nice, right? And like, oh man.
Yeah. Thomas Perry? Is it that?
That's
the name of the book?
Anton. Sorry, I'm doing it now.
I'm horrible.
Is it Odd Thomas?
Is it Odd Thomas? Yeah.
Odd Thomas. And then he was in the Star Trek movies. Yep, that's him.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There you go. It was killing me, like trying to remember what was his freaking name. Yeah.
He's super talented.
Okay, I was confused.
I kind of remember hearing about this.
Yeah. Okay, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was killing me. So, okay,
that's easy to get that mixed up with Percy Jackson, though. I mean, yeah, I can see it. So the next show, you guys are going to want to make sure that you subscribe to the page so that you get live notifications when we go live, because the next one we are going to be discussing video games. Old school, new school, we're going to dive into it. We're going to pull in all the crossovers that you see in the comic book world, so it's going to be a fun episode. Follow the page, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, and make sure that you check out Lucy's YouTube channel. She was saying earlier when we were talking to Megan that she has the coolest show. She interviews people that have dealt with, what would you call it? Ghosts?
Paranormal stuff.
Paranormal.
Yeah.
So just search Mama Comic on YouTube and you can find her channel and subscribe to that. It looks like you got a new subscriber tonight, Lucy.
Yeah, that is so cool. That was so cool. I didn't want to push it like that, but I'm like,
Why not? She said she was into horror stuff. Yeah. There you are. But yeah, make sure you check that out. Okay, so we will be back next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and have a great night.